Alright, we're looking at quarter to 12 in the morning. The air pressure's falling, saying it's going to start raining, which they're probably right considering it's been drizzling already. It's only 15.4 inside. It's getting a little cold in here. Gonna have to maybe turn some heat on. It is 5.7 outside though, which is above freezing, which makes me happy. Hold on a sec. There we go. So I got you on the tripod again. I've been forgetting I have this, and I think it does make better shot. I can't talk as usual, but yeah, I'm thinking it makes for better shots. Well, one, it's further away, and I think it's stabler as well. Freeze up my hair for you there. There we go. That's a little more like it. Anyways, it's kind of a dull, dreary day so far. Look, you can tell. You know, nothing too exciting. Lots of snow melted off though. Just looks like a property marker by that robin. I don't know. Whoa, getting Sony. But anyways, it's been an interesting day already. Remember my last vid, I got some free weed whackers. Well, oddly enough, I got them home, you know, next day. Today, it's dark. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I heard my door ding dong. And sure enough, it was buddy I worked for lobster fishing. And I thought he was going to ask me if I wanted to go back lobster fishing for a second. But no, he sold his boat. I actually saw it going the other day, and it was going to Lockport. So apparently he sold it, and he's out of the fishing biz. And he's going to get a knee replaced there in the next few days. Doesn't sound like fun, but when you rock around a fishing boat for a few years, well, like 45 years, expect to have no knees left. I don't have any knees left, and I've only spent a couple days in one, but that's from other shit. Anyways, he showed up and he had a weed whacker for me. He said I could have it. He didn't want to try to fix it. He said it did work. It would start and then it would just rev right up. And first thing I did when he said that was I gave the pull cord a pull, and it's got very little compression. It's windy, so sorry, this is going to be this part, so I don't talk much. The snow's melting like crazy. Check it out. These tires were buried a couple days ago. So is that bench. Completely out. That bank, remember how big that bank was? It was as tall as I was, for fuck's sakes, up over the hood of that truck. It's no longer here. Fuck. It is almost fast as shit. Oh, it's cold and wet and damp. Yuck. Yuck. I don't like it. Not like hot and sunny. I like hot and sunny. But it's springtime, so I should expect more of this because it's just going to keep pissing down rain for a while. Another few months anyways. So, I'll flip you guys around so you get a better look here. So here's the 4 free weed whackers so far. It's funny that I get 3 and then the next day somebody brings me 1. That one there, I may have parts for still. I may even have an engine core still. But I threw out the majority of the parts I had for it when I threw out almost all the weed whacker junk I had last year. Same actually goes for that Craftsman. The Ryobi's similar enough. I think it's almost the exact same motor by the looks of it. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same. But whatever. I mean, it's no biggie. I really don't care. I mean, if I get one of these going, that's more than enough. That freaked me out. I thought I saw a dead bird over there. Show you what I mean. It's like, oh fuck, not a dead bird. But no, that's just a piece of bark. Just a piece of bark. But yeah, anyways, I'll show you guys what I was saying with the no compression and that. Unfortunately, I don't have a compression tester. Something I haven't bought yet. But this is usually my compression test. It's not too bad. You can't just pick it up, but it doesn't seem like much compression. Now this one, the 4-stroke Troy built, gave her a little tug last night. Pull cord pulled out, never went back in. So I have no clue what's the problem with this. I assume it's the pull cord assembly, of course. This guy, he's got some great compression. And this one here, see solid. Though I noticed this one here, the spark plug thing's out. It does have a spark plug, but it's missing some fuel line in the front wall. So I don't know that this guy will get fixed. It's only a little one. Really want to know about this guy though. Bear with me for a second here. It should say somewhere already how big it is. The model is a TB590BC. So I guess you can look it up. See from that. This is just information on emissions. Yeah, I don't see. Geez, she's a tiny little cylinder, I'll tell you that much. I can't see anywhere where it's. Oh, it's in decent shape. Wouldn't be a little fuel in there. Let me just have a sniff. Oh wow, there's actually good gas in that. If it wasn't for the pull cord, she'd probably go. But anyways, that's nothing too major, just a couple 3 screws there, probably come right off. But I like that it has the detachable ends, and you can tell because it's got this guard. This is one of the ones you can actually put a blade on. It's got the little mini thing. I guess that's for you to have the blade on or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's kind of cool. Though I don't have any other ends. Well, I do actually. Where is it? Can't remember where I put it. But I do have an 04 motor. I think I showed you guys in a video quite a while ago. I had a, I guess it was a thick shaft. Geez, these are all thick shaft. I didn't notice that. If you look at these, that's actually the same size as this one, which is the thicker size shaft, which is the higher quality, but better rigs. This one isn't. Yeah, it's the same. It's pretty much the same, but this one is the thinner type. Mind you, I think that weed whacker's actually, well, it's a weed eater, not a weed whacker. It's a weed eater, weed whacker, but it's basically the same as that Craftsman. I think it's about 31 cc. They're a little heavier dutier than the one I have. I have a weed eater one myself, but mine is a lot more rinky-dink. It's one of those stupid ones where the primer ball actually clicks down and is the choke as well. And the only thing that's good about those is it brings people to me thinking they need to fix it when they don't. But it's hard to charge much of a repair bill when people are just being stupid and just don't know what they're doing. Over here I got my old truck battery. Well, this actually came out of that parts truck. I've had her on charge for a few days now. Actually quite a few days. It's what, Tuesday now. I put it on charge Saturday, I believe. It's been charging since Saturday. I had it on 15 amp charge because that charger has 15 amp, and like my other one, which is only 10. But the other one has a 50 amp charge set or start setting where this one doesn't. So you know, kind of a bonus in one way and a setback in the other. But regardless, the big thing was that I hooked it up at 15 amp, left her go for a couple days, let her bubble away. And she didn't get too hot or nothing, so then I turned her back down to trickle charge now. Actually, I did that yesterday, so she's been trickle charging for probably almost 24 hours now. So that's a good sign that it's going to get a bit better of a charge on it anyways. I mean, it's not like a full desulfation heckin' regiment, but whatever. And I kind of laugh, you know, so many people hated on my how to desulfate a large battery video, because I'm not using one of these AC pulse desulfators. Well, I mean, not to say that that doesn't work or that's not the best method. I'm probably, it obviously works and it is good method because so many people use it and stand by it. But I was using the methods that were provided from the manufacturer of the batteries, which are just happen to be world class solar batteries. So I figured they'd know what they were talking about. I don't think they'd be, if they make world class shit and all the documentation really seems like they know what they're talking about. My spin on it might have screwed some people up, but it's pretty simple stuff. If you're ever wondering about that kind of thing, and you're not sure about stuff, feel free to ask me. I can give you some links, or just go to the Rolls-Royce website. They actually have lots of documentation on batteries, and I was actually quite surprised by their documentation. I had no idea about desulfation. I knew it existed, and I knew the principles behind it, but I didn't know exactly how to do it and such, until I watched, or well, not really watched, but read their different things on it. They have things on that. They have equalization. They have stratification, I think, is even another one. And a few other things. That reminds me, actually, I need to test my batteries because I did test the level. Well, I checked the levels. The levels in the water are fine, but the electrolyte was really down on the specific gravity. And as you may have found out from my desulfation videos, that your specific gravity is everything. Your voltage is kind of relative. It's not. It is a reference point, but it's only one. It's not the whole ball game, and it's easy to get high false positives and surface charge misreadings. It may look like you have 12.8 volts in your battery all day long, and then you put a load on it and it just kills it. Next thing it drops from 12.8 to 11.2, because it drops a cell or whatever. So anyways, I'm just seeing how and if the specific gravity is going to come back up on that battery. That battery was obviously abused. It was left outside for a long time, at least semi-discharged, if not completely discharged. I think it was only semi-discharged when I got it, because it did have somewhat of a charge. It was enough to power the radio and the fan and stuff like that. But well, yeah, no, that's true too, because I ended up charging that battery up all the way and then putting it in my truck when I was having the issues after I had a 1-foot snowbank in my truck and started shorting shit out under the dash. But once that all dried out, that stopped being a problem, and that battery had gotten killed in the meantime. It was dead anyways, and my original truck battery was charging, so I just swapped them back, and I haven't had to swap it again because I haven't had any issues. But then I did try and use it for my dad's car here on the weekend when I was doing an alternator job, and lo and behold, it only had 10.8, so it's a little low. But it should come back. None of the cells were super duper low when I tested their specific gravity, so they might come back. It's hard to say. They might come back. There's also this battery here. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. You probably saw it in one of my videos. I don't know if this is. Where am I at here? Oh, those are my boots. Ah, there we go. Sorry, I'm filming with the tripod in my hand, so it's a little tricky seeing where I'm aiming. But this battery here, it's just an Everstart Walmart special. I bought that one, actually, I believe, when I hooked up my solar panel. Right around that time, anyways. It was part of my solar system. I can't remember what part, exactly when I bought that, but maybe I even bought that for something else. I think I bought that for something else, maybe my truck, one of my trucks or something. Anyways, I ended up keeping it, and it worked fine at first, but my solar setup right now is not the best, and the charge controller that I have is crap at best. It's a Sun Force, which are usually crap. I don't know. I haven't really seen much good out of Sun Force. As far as their products, off-grid products go, like the charge controllers and even panels and that, everything's kind of chintzy, rinky-dinky, crap would be another good word for it. Um, the build quality's low. It doesn't seem like very high quality gear. Like my charge controller, it's a 7 amp charge controller. I think it was $9. Um, I think it'd be hard pressed to get 7 amps into it because of the wire that's coming to it. My multimeter has twice as thick a gauge of wire that goes in and out of it. And all it is 2 wires in, 2 wires out, and 2 lights, one orange one and one green one. The orange light turns on when it's got power coming to it and tells you that your batteries are charging, and the green light tells you when your battery's full. And if you have both lights, that means there's a problem. Anyways, that's all it does. It's, it literally, it shuts it on and off, and I don't even know how well it would shut it off, because unlike a TriStar controller or any of the Morningstar controllers, and most of the other big decent charge controllers, they have a heat sink, so that when they're diverting the load, that they can dissipate, the heat off, resistors or whatever they use to buffer the load. Well, this thing has no heat sinks. It doesn't even get hot. So, what it actually does, I think it just cuts the power. It's a switch, basically. It's just a switch inside that once the battery gets up to 13.4 volts or whatever its setting is, then it just shuts it off. I'm sure it's better than nothing. It's better than, dumping all kinds of power into your batteries and just having them exponentially charging and eventually blow up or overcharge. Just fry the things. But the likelihood of that happening in my application is pretty slim, especially right now. Whereas I have my thingy hooked up to my dad's system there. But anyways, I'm going to get started with doing that here very shortly now that I got that charge controller in the mail. I'm eager to get that hooked up. Right now I'm just going to hook it up to my two 15-watt panels that I have and leave Dad's panel hooked up to his system. If I get using my system more, I will put my panel back into it. And I probably will wire it so that my panel can be easily hooked up. I want to put an extension cord plug on, just like I did with his. That way I can quickly plug in his system or my system and vice versa. And I can also backfeed through his system and charge my system if need be, which is kind of a cool feature. But that's for future friggin' around. At the meantime, I just, I want to get her hooked back up, and if nothing else, have a glorified off-grid battery charger. I mean, we could hook into Dad's batteries and charge that way, but it's a pain in the ass. You got to bring it in the house, yada yada yada. It'd be much easier just to have the camp there, be able to open the door in the camp, grab a good battery, swap it with a crap battery, and go from there. And in time, actually be able to use it when I'm in the camp for lighting. Such things. Sorry, distracted. I hear the boys over in the junkyard all the time, just giving her in trucks, and makes me turn my head. I think I'm going to see somebody going down the road at Mach 20, but we're just in the back 40 getting stuck in ice and beating the shit out of their fucking junk trucks. But anyways, other than that, not too exciting day. Had the Barbie last night. The old barbecue, she worked good. I could taste it some good too. It's been a while since I had some good Barbie. So I was glad to do that. I'll probably be barbecuing again tonight actually, because we still got more grub. Now she's drizzling out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Spending most of my time getting caught up on some of my video editing and such. now that I'm spitting out, like this video here is a 20-minute video already, and I quite commonly do this where I'll just grab the camera and go for 10-20 minutes, and well, it starts building up, and I get all this footage, but it's no good if I don't rent or edit it and put it up. Some of these I guess I could just straight put up, like this video where it's just the one shot. It's not a bunch of clips put together. I could just really upload this the way it is, but we'll see. Still just playing away with stuff like that. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this one here, and maybe start tinkering with one of them weed whackers, or maybe into them batteries, or maybe even cleaning up this friggin' dump some more, which I really got to do. Problem is I got to clean up. Well, I need to warm this place up, and I got to clean it up at the same time. I don't know where I'm going to put everything yet. I got large garbage day coming soon. I thought it was this Monday coming, but it's the Monday after, which is awesome for the fact that I'm going to have more junk that I collect, because more people are going to be throwing stuff out. But hopefully I get more people bringing stuff to me, because I'd rather fix stuff, or there's lots of parts on those I can always use, even if they're a dead motor. I could always, if the carb's still good, I can use that. Yada yada yada, whatever. But it's not too important yet. It's still early in the small engine season. Waiting for Buddy to get back to me. I gotta go looking for his message, see if he got it about my chainsaws, because he wanted to trade me a rebuilt chainsaw for all these garbage ones. And damn, I need a new battery for this camera, because it's already out again. It was full, just full when I left, so that means, oh, it went from red to yellow. It's weird how it does that. I'll be filming, and then all of a sudden it'll start flashing red, and then it'll go back up to yellow 2 bars, and then it'll go back to flashing red eventually. There must be a funky cell in my little battery there, but someday, hopefully, I'll get the money together and actually buy a decent battery for this. Sometimes I feel like I'd be stupid to do that, because, I almost lost this camera once already from a simple little drop, and, that would suck, but we'll see. I actually saw a really nice deal on a Handycam, a Sony Handycam. There's a Handycam? I don't know. It was a Sony anyways, which, yeah. I could get the Sony, problem, but I get that with this anyways. I think that's pretty common with most camcorders. It was one of them projector camcorders, though, that's got the little projector on the side, and it had night mode, and a bunch of other things, but it was a $800 or $900 new camera, new in the box for $450, which isn't a bad deal, because I could probably get it for $400, and might even be able to weasel it down to $350 at most, but problem is I'm broke as shit, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Right now, priority is getting food on the table and keeping the bills paid, so unfortunately I can't buy any toys right now, which really sucks. I like buying toys. Toys are fun. Bills are not fun. But I got a few free toys, at least, these weed whackers. But I've been really craving a dirt bike or a wheeler or something like that to play with again. Even if it's just for me to work on, but I'd like to even tootle her up and down the road a little bit, piss off the locals maybe. I'm starting to, give less of a fuck about that. When I first moved in here, I was really paranoid that, I'd piss people off, and, they'd be complaining, this and that, but down here, nobody really cares. I keep forgetting that. Like, we got this junkyard next door, and the guys rip up and down the road. Nobody really cares. I mean, they're squealing their tires, this and that, and they're not the only ones. I mean, there's tons of locals just tearing up and down the road around here. And, some people complain about it, but for the most part, people don't really care. And even if they do, they're not about to go call the cops. They're more likely to actually confront you in person than they are to, just go make a phone call, hide behind a cop, and not actually voice their opinion. which can be a real piss off. You know, myself, I'd rather my neighbor just say, "Hey, man, you're making too much racket, or you're pissing me off. Stop." Not call the cops, and then the cops show up, and then the problem is if the cops get a call, then they're obliged to follow up on it, and then that almost obliges them to charge you, which means they get a call, they got to do something about it, and then that means you get charged or fined, and then it's bullshit. Anyways, as usual, I'm rambling. Let me know what you think. Do you think this tripod view makes a big difference? I know it's further away from me, which is better. You're not looking right up my nose, which is good because I didn't trim my nose hair yet. But yeah, let me know what you think about this, and if it's a better idea, maybe I'll start using this tripod more for holding the camera when I'm filming myself and such. Because, that's what it's for, and that's why I got it. I just got to remember to use it. Me. I forget that kind of, well, you might not know me because, you're just watching me videos, but I do tend to forget stuff now and then. Especially short-term stuff, because of stuff, that stuff, yeah, it makes me dumb sometimes, for a little while, short-term. Yeah, my battery's about to die, but holy fuck, boys, it's beautiful. Even though it's a long, well, not a long, dreary day, but just a dreary day, you can see there's ground over there coming out, there's ground right here, around my clothesline post, like over there, that hill's starting to all melt off. The birds got lots to eat. That's one of the main things, is the birds ain't starving no more. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Whoa, sorry. Yeah, the birds ain't starving, so that's a good thing. Life's progressing in the right direction, I think. Now, if only we didn't have a government that wasn't totally trying to fuck us in every angle, and life would be a little better. That's half the problem in this place, why a guy like me has such a hard time getting by, because our government likes to screw everybody and try to drive everybody out of the province as opposed to attract them to it, which is kind of funny. This was the start of the whole friggin' North America, let alone just Canada, but this is one of the earliest settled areas in North America, and it's, for whatever reason, one of the least populated now, and dying rapidly, even though we have such a rich history. Like this community I live in, it's like 300 years old. It was started in the 1700s. Actually, yeah, it's getting close to 300 years old, this community. There's a lot of places around Canada that ain't near that old and don't have near the history this place does, and yet they're booming. And yet other places of the world too, like, they have rich histories and then they stay there. So I don't understand what just drives everybody out of here, but I haven't left yet, so hopefully it don't drive me out, but we'll see. They're driving down the road hogging their horn. I live around a bunch of weirdos. Probably so. Oh, it's just a car alarm. Probably one of the junkyard guys forgot to disconnect the battery or something on a car and pop the hood, or fuck knows. Anyways, holy fuck, boys, I've been rambling for half an hour. I guess I can just about squeeze half an hour out of this. I don't know if I can or not, but thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for commenting and subscribing. My channel's still growing really fast. A lot faster than I ever expected it ever would again. My off-grid video, actually, I just saw the other day, went over 100,000 views, making it my second most popular video. The one I did, the off-grid 10 years later one. I will be doing more of that. I may even go later today and film another off-grid video. I want to get over there and get those batteries behind me over, and my new charge controller, and get started with that, and as well just give you guys an update up there now that everything's starting to melt off, and we get thinking about spring and whatnot. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Especially if you share it. Sharing on Facebook and that makes a big difference these days. It really gets the word around, and the more I can get the word around, the better. I keep working at this. You never know. You know, if I could put a zero behind my earnings, an extra zero behind my YouTube earnings, I could do nothing but YouTube videos full time, and I could give you a video this long every friggin' day, or 2 of them, or 3 of them. I'd probably make more channels. It would be one of my first things to do if I start making enough to start thinking about that kind of thing. But that's still the dream, so keep the dream alive. Share, like, comment, favorite, like I just said. And if you don't, well, just hit the dislike button. You know, I don't care. It's better than just, you know, coming and going. At least if you interact, I know, right? And I know there's a couple people that dislike all my videos. That's fine, you know. To each their own. Feel free, you know. You can like it, you can dislike it. That's your opinion. Oh, there's a UPS dick. I wonder if he's bringing me something. Brought me something yesterday. I'm expecting more things. He's coming this way. Oh, not yet. He's going to the fish plant. Well, okay, I'm over half an hour. My battery's going to die any second. So, peace off it. Peace off. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have fun.